So, so apparently there's this change.org petition to get Milo Yiannopoulos banned from speaking at the University of Washington on the, what is it, Casey, the 20th of January?
20th of January.
Okay, on the 20th of January. And, oh my god, people, the comments on this petition, they're so precious. Elliot, please read the first one.
Absolutely fucking adorable. I listened to one of Yiannopoulos' speeches and his comments about women, POC, the LGBTQI community, and the HAES community. Gave me PTSD flashbacks from when I was date raped by my ex-boyfriend. Made me feel as ill as if Yiannopoulos had raped me himself. I'm signing this petition so that myself and others will have to undergo the literal, audible rape that he spews out. Now, I'm just going to take a moment to mention the word literal has been brought behind the chemical shed and shot multiple times. This is not the proper use of the word literal. It makes me want to.
But remember, she's going to be literally raped by what he says.
Verbal rape, yes, boys.
It's totally legit.
Just goddamn it.
Hey, Casey, read the next one.
Oh, okay. Where is it? I have to go find it. Oh, here it is. Just give me a second. Let me pull it up.
All right. Well, I'll read the next one. You can read the one after. All right. Here we go. So I go to UW and don't want to feel unsafe there. I am already marginalized there as a POC, person of color, and single parent. We cannot condone hate speech at UW.
How the fuck is it hate speech? He's a dangerous faggot.
He's flamboyantly. He's literally just a gay dude. What is it? He's a gay dude. He doesn't shut.
Man who's a British conservative.
Who can't stop talking about black penises. I mean, Elliot, are you as a person of color, are you threatened by this man?
No, it's entertaining. It's like Milo.
He wants your D.
Holy shit. Milo's a very interesting character. He himself he's a very unique. He's the unicorn of individuals because of the reasons I just listed. Like, how the fuck is he in the majority? Like, unless being white overrules 4 other minority token points, which I think it does. I think being white is
remember, Elliot,
a pressure point.
Remember, the gay people used to be at the top of the marginalized pyramid, and they've now moved somewhere near the bottom. So.
Who's the top now? Who's the top marginalized people?
Oh, Muslims.
Muslims? Yeah, I could totally see that.
All right. Okay, Casey, read the next one.
Okay, so this is from. Should we say names?
No, don't say names. We're not assholes.
So the university is not a place where anyone should feel fragility in their bodies, identities, or experiences. This is. Oh yeah. Oh,
I thought university was supposed to challenge the mind and the body. What is this shit?
Yo, dude. Oh, if that's the case, like. You're not pulling any all-nighters, are you? I feel very fragile after I pull an all-nighter. I feel like I gotta go puke. But you know.
But you gotta do what you gotta do. In the name of wait, what are you, Casey? What major?
Bioengineering with pre-med.
Yeah, and then I'm a physics major. And
Here I am being a computer science nerd.
Like, we all have to do a lot of homework.
5% programming, 95% debugging.
Pretty much.
Yep, basically well, not true. It's like 15% programming, 45% debugging, and then the remaining 40% is smashing your face against a keyboard trying to figure out logic.
All right. Well, hey Elliot, the first comment is repeated here. Would you please read the one that comes after that?
This is disrespectful and violates basic human rights. Bitch, I didn't know life, liberty... Okay, that's actually not true. The basic human rights of food, water, and shelter. I don't understand how that violates any of them. I mean...
first of all, what do you define as basic human rights? Because you could even say that we're not entitled to any of those things, and we have to earn that stuff. Because
you're not entitled to shit, now that I think about it.
It's so... And how is it disrespectful? And
He's
the basis of
I don't understand.
The basis of comedy is being disrespectful to someone or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
like literally, can you think of any kind of comedy that is not in some way, there's no such thing as comedy at no one's expense.
Precisely. Comedy is built on the expense of others. That's literally its point. It's
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole point of comedy.
exactly. I mean, you could be at your own expense, but most of the time it's a lot more funnier to laugh at the misfortunes of other people.
Jordan Fruit.
All right, Casey, read the next one.
Oh, Lord.
This is not something that should be tolerated in institutions educated enough to
Jesus.
know this is ignorant hate speech.
My
Get your hate
feces!
Get your hate speech off this campus.
Fucking Trigglypuff.
Oh, Trigglypuff. I love her, but she's got to
There's a
grow up.
Trigglypuff bot on r/the Donald. That's the best part.
Oh God, what does it do?
It's okay. So think it was either. It's anytime someone mentions the word Trigglypuff, it has "keep this hate speech off our campus" pop up. That's what the bot says.
Oh
It's,
God,
I think it was bought by PME Yifpix. Was I think was who
that
made
is adorable. All right,
Lots of-
let's
yeah,
read
one.
let's read a few more. I think maybe like one more each, and then I'll read. I'll finish off, but one more each, then we'll wrap it up. But the next one, let's see, Casey, you read that, and you read that. Racism and bigotry is not okay.
How? As a black man, how? This is what? I can't even wrap my head around that concept. It's like
It's
they
like,
go
well, it's
out
like,
of their
yeah,
way.
well, it's like,
be
yes, you're right, but is he either one of those things?
No. How is he a bigot?
Like there's nothing that there's like.
He
and
can't
the-
possibly be racist, right?
Well,
First
he
of all-
prefers black men.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, he's a black man. First black man talks about black dicks on the daily. Second of all, Islam is not a race. Please
It's
stop.
not a race. There are yellow Muslims. There are brown Muslims. There are white Muslims. They're everywhere.
Yeah, even I could be considered a Muslim, a really really bad one, but still.
I'm really,
Well, yeah, you did say, what was it?
I said the full creed. I in Arabic I did say that what was it? Allah is the one true God and Muhammad is his prophet.
There you go. There you go.
There
well,
you
I mean,
go.
that's vacuously true considering neither of those things exist. So yeah.
There you go. All right, Elliot, read the next one.
Milo Yiannopoulos does not represent the values of the students at the University of Washington and openly promotes hateful rhetoric. Apparently, he doesn't represent your values, considering you're all going out of your fucking way to get triggered by this man.
Well, he is gay, so I mean, he does represent part of the values of. I mean, it's in the
But
middle of Seattle.
Remember, Casey, he's a gay that went off the reservation.
He went off the reservation.
A gay that went off the reservation.
He's a gay that all of a sudden thought, wait a minute, I have my own opinions.
Holy shit! That one's gonna be. That's a keeper. That
has to be a keeper.
That's
Milo is
great
officially the
description
gay
of Milo
who,
Yiannopoulos, a gay
he
that
is
went
a-
off the reservation.
pretty
Holy
much.
shit!
And I mean, he went way off. He's not like
Free
Dave.
thinking
He's
is
not like
dangerous.
Dave Rubin, who sits outside the fence of the reservation and says to the rest of people, "Hey guys, it's better out here." No, Milo ran to the other side of the continent. And is like, "Hey faggots, get over here."
He's not even on the same continent anymore. Damn it!
Oh.
It's on a completely different continent.
All right, Casey, would you read the next one?
Bigots can't speak at public universities.
Says who?
I believe. Let's see. It's a public university.
No.
So that means it's not a private institution, which means it by law has to support the First Amendment.
Exactly.
So
And here's the thing.
go fuck yourself.
Well, here's the thing. You say bigots can't speak at public universities. Well, if they can't go up there, if they can't get on a stage in front of a bunch of people and say their hateful rhetoric, and
Quote,
have all
unquote.
those people walk out because they think he's a bigot, how are they gonna know that they're bigots?
See, you
'Cause-
can't. You don't know.
Exactly. If you don't put the sunlight, as Milo says, sunlight is the best disinfectant. You have to let these people speak, and then you kick them in the dick.
Yes, remember, innocent until proven guilty, not the other way around.
Exactly.
You administer dick kickings as necessary, based
I mean-
on guilt.
I mean, dude, like Italy and France, they have guilty until proven innocent.
That's retarded.
All right, I want to read. I'm gonna read
It would
one.
explain a lot of those countries in a
Okay,
nutshell.
we're gonna read four more. I'll read one, and then we're all gonna read one more each. But we're gonna so the one after the one I'm gonna read, skip that one. It's too short. It matters. We need action. We're gonna skip
Okay.
that.
Skip
But
that
I'll
one.
read this one. So it is an outrage that the UW is promoting discriminatory harassment, while a university should be a place of open dialogue. This man systematically harasses and silences others who disagree with him. I demand proof.
Okay, by silences you mean trolls you into the ground? I can understand that.
Like,
'Cause he's a
the
troll
funny
at
thing
heart.
is like, in all the universities where people have stood up in the crowd and yelled at him, or they've stormed the stage, or done any of that crap, he doesn't say anything. He lets them do it. He just straight up just like starts like giggling to himself and just lets them look like idiots.
Basically, like
It's not my-
wherever was it, University of Houston? That lady
No,
just.
no. It was I think it was Missouri. Was it Missouri?
Which one?
Pretty sure it was Houston.
I know
where the-
DePaul. He was rushed on stage, and then the Black Lives Matter people rushed him on stage, and then I think it was Mizzou. It was either Mizzou or it was Mizzou. I think where the women stood up in the middle of the audience and started smearing themselves with red paint, saying, "This man preaches hatred."
Oh Lord.
I don't know.
Ooh, lad, we're gonna see some really.
And then there was the one where he did one with Steven Crowder and
I'm not really a fan of Crowder.
based mom. I forget her name.
Diamond and Silk,
God
base
damn, I
black.
can't remember her name, but she's like a Democrat. She's always voted Democrat, like left wing feminist. But like she's like, you guys are like way too far gone.
It's time to stop.
Exactly.
It's
But yeah,
time.
but it's like, okay, he
What
does.
was that?
How does he harass people besides just like telling jokes at their expense? And how does he discriminate against people? Because anyone can go to his events.
I'm going to say one thing, and I quote: "My fifis." Like
Dude,
that
it's all about those feels over reels.
Yep.
feels over reels. That explains everything about why this shit happens.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna skip that short one. Elliot, would you read the next one?
The racist, sexist internet trolls unworthy of a forum at a bus station. Why the fuck would you hold a forum at a bus station? Come on, hold up.
Well, much
don't
much
have-
less a state-funded university.
Okay. Why is he unworthy? I mean, you can't just say stupid bullshit and then not give a reason for it.
I mean, the funny thing,
my
have you
fifis.
seen? Did you see the talk where he did a full talk in drag?
Yeah, that was LSU.
Yeah.
Oh lord, I didn't see
And
that
the
one.
funny thing is, you look at him, and my first thought was, you know what? He actually looks a lot better than a lot of the feminists I've seen like curse him
You know,
out.
doesn't dye his hair some fucking iridium green.
It's just blonde.
Dude, in my engineering class, there's always those people.
Like, no, in my computer science class, there's this girl. I don't know if I ever told. We're gonna go off topic for a little bit, right?
What?
Speaking of dyeing hair, who dyes her hair like this neon bright teal. And while I was sitting with my friend Josh, right, and we're in math lab, she starts arguing with my Lebanese TA about whether having to show a graph for a homework on the test. It's like she's like, "Will you mark us down if we like show a graph?" And he's like, "No, I'm looking for it algebraically. You can check it with a graph, but you'll mark us down for it." No, I won't. And for 6 minutes, they go back and forth, and he's just like, "I'm not gonna fucking mark you down as long as you show it algebraically." And I'm just like,
So what are you
why
saying? People who
arguing
dye their
this?
hair iridium green are stupid?
Apparently,
So you're saying I'm
But
stupid?
hey, remember, Elliot can't be a bigot because he's black.
yeah. Remember, people of color can do no wrong, except. Okay, so it depends. That's the thing. We either get complete and total immunity from any and all wrongdoings because we don't know any better. The left says we don't know any better, and we're developmentally challenged. Or then you have the right that want to hang us from trees. So the answer, I believe, lies somewhere in the middle.
Yes, correct.
So we're gonna.
So we're gonna vote
mixing the two.
So we're gonna vote Trump, okay?
Yeah, we're voting Trump. That's the answer.
All right. Okay. Well, so Casey, would you read the next one?
I hope the University of Washington has higher standards than Twitter.
I hope they do.
I hope they do too. I mean, shit. I would
mean-
expect like a Pac-12 school, a D1 school, to have better standards than Twitter. I mean, just saying.
I mean, if this actually goes through and they don't allow him to speak, I'm gonna just straight up say I'm glad I didn't go to UW. They offered me a lot of money to go there too, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go to this little school out in the middle of nowhere for like a third of the cost. That didn't give me any money.
If it goes through, it's just y'all are power cucked. That's all there is to it. Y'all
Pretty
are
much.
power cucked.
All right.
It is Seattle. Like,
Oh yeah, the glorious communist state of Seattle.
I mean, yeah, it is Seattle. It's like
The communist city-state that is Seattle.
All right. Oh, this is the last one I'll read, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. Because this guy and his attitude is atrocious, he shouldn't be allowed in public, period, let alone public state-funded university. Or did we forget that women pay taxes and tuition too?
What?
What? What does this have to do
What?
with anything?
Where did you bring gender into this?
He loves women. He's gay. Women are his best friends.
Why does this remind me?
Literally,
Jay?
babe defender.
Exactly.
Like, what is this?
Like he loves women. Like the thing that I don't get is when he stands up in front of an audience dressed in full drag, looking better than a lot of feminists sometimes do.
Triggered.
I mean, like when he stands up there in full drag and says, "Ladies, I love you, but don't listen to the people who say you can get as fat as you want, be as unhealthy as you want, and turn right around and say you can do all that and you can still have any man you want," because it's not true.
Holy shit. Wow, boys. Just fucking woo lad.
So,
Oh, this is a fucking block comment. Holy shit. The one right down under it's like
Oh,
Pretty much.
gee.
it's a block comment, and it concludes with, "We must stop these heinous patriarchal crimes against women, girls, and female child's babies."
Hold up, I'm gonna go paste this into my word processor.
oh god, this is a really long comment.
It's a
Yeah.
block
underneath it.
comment. Holy shit.
I'm gonna.
Well, the person doesn't even go here. She's from
Germany.
Yeah, Stuttgart, Germany.
I'm gonna read that later, and maybe I'll dissect it. But that, you guys, aren't you kind of glad we didn't go to UW?
I'm fucking glad. Holy hell.
Like,
I'm really
yeah,
happy. I mean,
like,
the thing is, I was so close. I wanted to go to UW most of my life, and then they offered me a lot of money. But the last second, I was like, nah, I'm gonna go somewhere else where it's a third of the cost, and I can get just as good an education.
Yeah, I mean, I went here basically so I could have some freedom, right? Close enough that I could get what I need from my parents if necessary, but far enough away that I can do my own thing.
Yeah, there you go. And like,
And away from the
and
power.
Casey,
couple
is there
that
any
UW.
such like equivalent of this at UW? I mean, not at UW, but at Wazoo.
I mean, we still have all this. It's just,
It's
we
a-
still have this. It's just,
Or it's a good description for it is it's a gradient. It's not so extreme. There's a gradient. There's like the crazy motherfuckers, the crazy SJWs. They exist, but they're a lot less common.
Mm.
yeah.
They're a lot less common because the overall atmosphere of WSU, while still liberal, is more conservative than UW.
Yeah. Yeah, over here at Central, at CWU, we like that all exists, and it's but it's not very vocal.
It is important to distinguish as the violence against women, the killing and maiming of women solely because their gender has been coined femicide. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
No,
Guys, I
don't.
would inoculate yourselves against this one because this one could literally collapse your frontal lobes if you read too much into it.
So what are you saying that there's not any real facts, or are they or is the logic just so
Well,
cringeworthy that it's not
The
even
logic's
worth?
cringeworthy. Like it has
The
facts.
logic, yeah, no, they're facts. But first of all, this person bringing up statistics of like third world countries.
Yeah,
It's like, well, hold on. If let's see. I bet if I read too far into this, she'll start to like. No, I'm gonna read this, and I want to find out if there's any mention of any Middle East countries. Because remember, everyone in the world is evil except the Muslims.
and
According to the left, you can be you have to be tolerant.
God forbid you be white.
Yep. God forbid you be me.
Yes. Just basic. Like
Hey,
if you're like
Casey,
there
can you
was
say
this
it? Casey,
one-
can you say it?
What?
Can you quote AIDS Skrillex?
You're a fucking white male. You're a fucking white male.
And then
White male.
Carl Lecoq. Are you kidding me?
That high-pitched whine squeal, like, oh my god.
I mean, the other guy for the Trump, I mean, from the Trump guy. I mean, I didn't really like him much either because he didn't really have, he wasn't really,
The Trump guy was kind of an ass,
and
but
he wasn't really arguing that well. But like, I mean, can you really argue with those people?
well, the thing is, Carl Lecoq and Aiden Skrillex kind of lit themselves on fire. Like, it's a case of he did like.
It's a case of like,
The
it's a
Trump guy
case of
didn't offer any, like, didn't really have much of an offense or defense. It's just that the enemy was just so incompetent. They set the
it was kind of like they, you know, it was kind of like they were it's kind of like they were everyone was standing in their own tub of gasoline. They lit the matches and dropped it in their own.
basically, and you're just like, well, this is why you guys are a meme, because you guys are actually retarded.
Pretty much. Well,
Like,
well,
collapsed frontal lobe, ladies.
well,
and gentlemen.
that concludes the first episode of the Dangerous Ideas podcast. I guess we're doing this now.
I guess we're doing this now. Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys whenever I can, upload something next week. See ya.